Welcome everybody to this Marvel United playthrough, which will see Elektra, Punisher and Moon Knight hunting down Bullseye. So Bullseye's got 7 health because there's 3 heroes, and in terms of his plot, we've got to watch him from adding the civilians and thugs to the location, otherwise it's game over. Got the stock standard 3 things to do anyway. The heroes are starting in S.H.I.E.L.D. headquarters, and Bullseye is starting in Times Square. So because of his power, we need to basically get to Central Park and the New York Police headquarters and clear those threats immediately. Otherwise, it's game over. So let's get into the game. So Bullseye's first card is a move for 2, so he's moved for 2. He then plays a BAM, which deals damage to the locations adjacent to him. So all the heroes are going to take 1 damage. And then he places 1 thug on each location. So that one is nearly losing the game for us. The heroes are now down to just 2 cards. And this is what the board looks like after the thugs have been placed. So Moon Knight has gone first. He punched a thug there and then moved to Avengers Mansion. Elektra played her move and Master Assassin. For her first move, she just moved to there using Moon Knight's and then punched as well. And then she moved using hers and Master Assassined the 2 thugs that were there. So Punisher, he used Elektra's move to get into there, then used his move and punch to get rid of a thug. So Bullseye, he moved 1, had a BAM, and then placed 3 civilians, as well as activating the threat. So we've moved Bullseye to there. Moon Knight has took his damage, which means he's down to 1 card. And the civilians have been placed, so we just need to look at the threat now. So the threat is really nothing, does no damage whatsoever, but we need to take that one out. We need to take a few threats out. Moon Knight played his 2 heroic action card. So he's moved using the Punishers. He's then punched a thug and then placed 2 heroic actions on this one because we need to get rid of it. So Elektra has played her move and punch action. She really had no one to punch, so she's just moved and used Moon Knight's 2 heroics to fill out this threat here. The Punisher has just played 1 heroic action. So he punched the thug there. We're so close to defeating the thugs now. Then he moved and played his heroic action on that threat. So on Bullseye's turn, we got really lucky. He doesn't move and he deals 2 damage to each hero in the location opposite to Bullseye. So Bullseye is there, the opposite is there, so nothing happens. So Moon Knight plays a heroic action, and that means he can clear this threat now and also rescue a civilian. So Elektra has played her move and punch action. She used the heroic from Moon Knight here to get rid of this threat and then just moved, but she unfortunately has nothing to punch. Punisher unfortunately hasn't got a lot he could do or play. He's got mainly attack cards, so he's just used Elektra's move and he's done nothing else. So Bullseye has played a very nasty card. He moved clockwise, so there to activation where there was no hero, and then he dealt 2 damage to each hero in both locations adjacent to Bullseye. So Punisher and Moon Knight both were knocked out. And unfortunately, 2 knockout tokens. If we get 1 more knockout token, that is it. We have lost this match. So Moon Knight's back up, and he hasn't used the punch of the Punisher. He's just moved and used her heroic action to try and clear that threat out. So Elektra has played her heroic action, which means she moved and played 2 heroics to just put them on the threat. The Punisher's got back up. He played his move and punch, which means he moved to there, punched that thug, used Elektra's heroic to remove that, and then it's the end of their turn, so he has also rescued one civilian. So Bullseye, he's just moved one and he's got another impossible shot. So he moves to there, does an impossible shot to there, but nobody's there. And so it's back to the hero's turn. Unfortunately, it looks like we have no thugs left. And we need both one clear threat and one defeat thug to start punching Bullseye. But I have no idea where we're going to get it because he doesn't seem to be putting many thugs on the board. So, yeah, I think we need to start clearing more civilians. So Moon Knight plays his special Moon Knight suit card. So he cleared that threat there, then moved, and he unfortunately had nothing to punch, but he does not take damage until his next go, which might be very useful. So Elektra has opted just for a move, which means she moves to there, and she used her heroic to rescue a civilian in that location. So Bullseye, because he's activated after every 2 now, he moved 1. He did a BAM, which only affected Elektra, and then he placed 3 thugs. So 1 there, 1 there, 1 there, and I think this might be time to actually start damaging Bullseye now. So Punisher, he plays his 2-punch action. He punched the thug that was there. That cleared the villain dashboard up, and that meant the villain was now able to take damage, and he used the other punch on Bullseye, so he now has 6 health left. So then just move to that location. So because of that threat there, if he does take damage, that might kill him, so he didn't want to have that. Bullseye doesn't move, he just stays there, and he plays a BAM, which has dealt 1 damage to both the Punisher and Elektra. I'm glad I didn't put the Punisher there. Unfortunately though, that has knocked Elektra out. She had only 1 card remaining, so it's gone back into a deck. We have 3 knockout tokens, and unfortunately that means that we have lost. We've lost the game. Right at the death, right at the end, when, in all honesty, the Punisher could have dealt some serious damage to Bullseye and probably killed him. And Moon Knight had some decent cards as well. Oh, right at the end, we ended up losing. But that's the game, I'm afraid. We have lost. Here's to next time. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching, and I'll be bringing you more Marvel United content in the future. So please subscribe if you're interested in seeing this game being played.